Hey there, I'm Saad Sultan from Desi Abroad, and in this video I will be telling you guys about my TEFL course experience. I will be talking about things like what I did during my TEFL course, what I learned in my TEFL course, and how all those things helped me become a better teacher here in Thailand, as well as a few other things related to the course that I did in Thailand. So before we begin, if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel right now, hit that like button, and also hit that notification bell to get notifications about my upcoming videos. Okay, so let's begin. Let's start by talking about before I actually started or joined a TEFL course. Now, prior to joining a TEFL course, I did quite a lot of research. I looked into a few different institutes that were doing the TEFL course, and to be honest, I found one somewhere around Phuket, which was very close to the beach, and I was kind of like convinced to the idea that I can actually do my TEFL course near a beach where I can also spend my holiday time, feel like I'm on vacation while I'm doing the course. But I had to think quite a lot about this, and I actually did not go to the south of Thailand. The reason being is that the main purpose of me actually doing a TEFL course was to actually find a job, to land a job. And after a lot of search and everything, I found an institute which was actually ready to support me in finding my first teaching job. So finally, after a lot of search and all that, there was an institute in Chiang Mai known as SEE TEFL, which I finally decided to join because their prospects seemed very good related to how many people have graduated from their institutes as TEFL teachers. And I kind of felt very interested in joining their specific program. Finally, I decided to join a 4-week or 120 hours on-site TEFL certification course here in Chiang Mai through SEE TEFL. Now, let's talk about how much I actually had to pay for that course. Now, the full payment for the course is actually $1,595 US. But there are a number of discounts that you can actually get depending on how early you join the course. Now, I started searching I had enough time to actually sort out everything before I moved to Thailand for the course. So I actually did in quite an advance. So I booked my course in advance for at least around 6 weeks advance. So I got the super early bird discount, which actually saved me $200. Depending on how early or how late you join the course, the fee can actually be higher or lower, but it won't be more than $1,595 US, which includes pretty much everything from the test to the course material to the certification. Everything is included within that fee. You don't have to pay anything extra at all. Now let's talk about what actually happens during the TEFL course that you will be taking, or the TEFL course that I took. It can be divided into a couple of parts, such as, and those are the parts that I will be discussing with you as well, which are the teaching inputs, grammar inputs, culture awareness training, survival Thai language instructions, OTPs and reviews, and finally the certification. Okay, so for this one, we're going to start with the teaching and the grammar input. I'm going to put both of them together just to let you know what actually happens in the classroom in the first 2 weeks. So most of these things are happening during the first 2 weeks of your TEFL course. Now, during the teaching input, During the teaching input, you will be learning about the management style of a classroom. First of all, how to engage with your students. And of course, as you are, majority of you will be new teachers, they will be teaching you how to effectively engage your students, how to teach them different things, ranging from how to work on their pronunciations, how to teach them grammar inputs, and also how to make your lesson plan. Every single minor thing that you can actually think of, they will be teaching you that in the classroom. There will be an instructor who will be giving you theoretical lessons during the first 2 weeks of your TEFL course, which will include, like I said, a number of things, from lesson planning to arranging the classroom, to managing your students, managing the behavior of your students, how you are supposed to stand next to a whiteboard, how you should be linking to the whiteboard, how you should be working on the pronunciation of different words, how to get the students to participate in your classroom, and quite a lot of number of things. And trust me, all this I previously did not know and was not actually aware of how to do all these different things, but it gave me quite a lot of idea on how I'm supposed to do a number of things that I previously did not. After that, there are also grammar inputs. In grammar inputs, they're technically teaching you how to teach grammar, how to teach different types of sentences, how to teach students about the structure of the grammar, and how to work on different things like how to create worksheets, how to get them to practice, how to get them to produce a language as well, on related to the course that you will be teaching them. Now, all these things are really, really important, from a simple thing from how to make a lesson plan to actually giving a lesson in a classroom. All these things together will help to make you an effective teacher. Okay, moving over to the culture awareness training. On the first week during the course, which is probably on Friday, you will have a day trip around the city of Chiang Mai. During that, your instructor or your individual who you will be going with will take you to a temple and other different places, as well as the museum where they will be discussing about the history of different things within Thailand. On top of that, they will be telling you about the do's and don'ts about the Thai culture, and how teachers are supposed to behave, and what is expected from a teacher here in Thailand, as well as the behavior that a teacher needs to have as well. Now, as you all know, different countries have different cultures, different manners, and different things that they particularly follow. So this day is particularly important because it gives you much more awareness about things that you should be doing and you should not be doing, right? All those things can actually help you to manage your classroom much more effectively, as well as help you to avoid making mistakes that you might make if you're not aware of a particular culture. Okay, so one more absolutely interesting thing that will be happening during your course here is that you will be learning basic or survival Thai language. Okay, there will be an instructor who will be giving you Thai lessons or how to speak basic Thai to actually help you survive here in Thailand, such as to how to order food, how to order drinks, how to say hi, hello, how are you, and a few other things to help you slightly bit during your stay in Thailand. And this course will last for like around 10 hours. So there is 10 hours instructional training on how to speak the Thai language. Now, 10 hours is not actually that much, but it's not actually important for this course to only teach you the survival Thai, but the main actual purpose that I personally believe, the reason of them teaching you Thai language is for you as future teachers who will be teaching English language to non-native English speakers, or in this case, those people who can't actually speak English properly or don't know anything particularly about the English language, to how to properly give their lesson. Now, as majority of you who will be doing the course don't know anything about the Thai language. So how do you teach someone a language that they have no idea about? So technically, take this Thai lesson that you will be learning during the course as an idea, as yourself, putting yourself as a student. So you will be on the student side, and you can see this from the student's perspective when they are actually learning a new language, and how you can actually use that knowledge of not knowing a language and learning a new language yourself, and use those particular techniques to actually teach the English language yourself to students who don't know anything about the English language. Now, like I said, it's a twofold aim of this course. So not about the course, sorry, about the Thai language that you will be learning. One is to teach you about survival Thai. Second is for you to understand how difficult it can be, or how easy it can be for you to teach someone the English language if you have the proper tools, if you have the proper idea and the proper technique of doing so. Now, the technique or the method or the methodology that is being used to teach the Thai language during this course to you guys is the same methodology that you guys will be taught and will be using during your teaching practices. So it will actually give you a much better idea how to give a lesson in the English language. So once you have completed the first 2 weeks of your training, in which you were learning more of the theoretical side of how to give a lesson, how to prepare your lesson plan, the methodology that you will be using on how to give a lesson, how to teach about the grammar, how to teach the student about the pronunciation, how to teach vocabulary, how to manage your classroom, how to get the students to participate. Once you have learned all those things during the first 2 weeks of your TEFL course, now after that, you will be placed in an OTP, which is an observe teaching practice. So what is happening over here is that you will be placed in actual classroom environment in which you are supposed to give a lesson, which will last for around 50 to 60 minutes lesson on a particular topic. And there will be an observer with you in the classroom who will be observing every single thing that you are doing during your teaching practice. Now, there are going to be a total of 6 teaching practices or OTPs, observed teaching practices, during your TEFL course. And they will be ranging from different types of classrooms or students. They are going to be from kindergarten to primary to high school to vocational colleges to university students, as well as one-on-one lessons. So there is quite a variety of students or you will be teaching, and quite a variety of different level of students that you will be teaching as well. So some might be initial learners who have just started learning English. Some might be those who might have quite a bit knowledge about the English languages and English language, and you will be giving them a much more advanced lesson. Now for the basic, you will be only teaching vocabulary. Anyways, like I said, there will be an observer in the classroom with you all this time, observing and making a report while you are giving the lesson. So the observer, once you have completed your OTP, your observer will give you a feedback. In that feedback, the observer will be informing you on how you can further improve your teaching skills by guiding you a little bit more on things that you could do better or the things that you might have missed. All those feedbacks, you will be given a separate feedback for each of your OTPs. That means there will be a total of 6 OTPs that you will be doing, and there will be a total of 6 feedback that you will be receiving from your observer during the course. And it will help you to further improve your own teaching skills. And also on top of that, you will be graded as well. Yes, there you will be graded on your teaching skills. And finally, you will be given a TEFL certificate once you have completed your OTPs. So during the first 2 weeks of the TEFL course, you have learned the theoretical knowledge on how to give a lesson or how to become a teacher. And the last 2 weeks are spent doing OTPs, which are observed teaching practices. For those, you are given a feedback. And finally, it is the last day of your TEFL course. Now, the last day of the TEFL course is the certification day. But that is not the only thing that is important about this particular day. What makes this day very, very important for all the people who are taking the TEFL course is that during the last day of your course, you will be taught about how to find a job in Thailand, how to make your resume in such a way that you can find a job much more effectively here in Thailand, and the most important thing, what opportunities are available for you here in Thailand as a teacher. On top of that, the institute. Now, this is the main and the most important thing. The reason actually I chose SEE TEFL as the institute where I wanted to do my TEFL course, rather than going to the beach side and enjoying my TEFL course while staying on the beach and enjoying some swims. So the main reason was that during the last day of the course, they will also talk about opportunities and positions available in schools that are under contract with SEE TEFL to provide them teachers. Yes, they will discuss about the opportunities available through their own SEE TEFL or their own organization. And if you are interested in that, you can take those opportunities if you wish. Now, this is how I actually got my first position. Now, there were a number of openings available when I was doing my TEFL course, and I decided to take an opportunity that was available. Now, they came up to me and said that we have this position available for you at this particular school. Would you be interested? Now, at the end of the day, the reason I wanted to do my TEFL course was to start working here in Thailand. And of course, without even hesitation, I said yes. And that is how I actually landed my first teaching position here in Thailand, which was due to the TEFL course that I completed from a particular TEFL course from TEFL Institute, which said that they will help us and guide us on finding our first teaching position. So that actually saved me a lot of time of wandering around and stressing out on whether I will find a job here in Thailand or not. Okay, so like I said, the last day of the TEFL course is the most important day because they will actually talk about opportunities available for you that you can take and finally start working here in Thailand. Now, that is my experience of the TEFL course that I wanted to tell you about. Now, please make sure to understand that each TEFL course has different ways of teaching. Their courses are designed in different ways, but the main idea or the main things that they are teaching you are close to be the same. And of course, they have their different styles, different methods. Some things in the coursework might be different. Like I said, this is my TEFL course experience. Your experience might be different. For example, if you're doing your course from another country such as India, the possibility is that they will not be teaching you the Thai language, right? So, and there might not be a culture awareness training day as well. But majority of the things will pretty much remain the same as far as I think. Now, that is the information that I wanted to give you about my TEFL course. And honestly, my TEFL course that I did not only taught me how to become a good teacher, there were quite a lot of good instructors there that actually guided me even after I became a teacher on some things that I might not completely understand during that time. While I'm teaching in a school, they would still respond to me. I could always go to them and ask for their guidance on a few things, and they would effectively guide me through it as well. And the most important thing is that they actually helped me land my first teaching job here in Thailand, for which I'm very grateful for that. And that is the reason that I have been a teacher in Thailand for so long. Of course, I have taken other opportunities that I have received, but feeling that if I did not get this initial opportunity that I received, I would not be able to I might not have been able to stay in Thailand for a long time. Right. So before we end, I hope you enjoyed my video and you can take something out of the experience that I am talking about in this particular video about my TEFL course. It is not important that you do a TEFL course from the institute that I am talking about. You can do a TEFL course from any institute that is providing you a TEFL course, but please make sure that when you are looking for these opportunities, ask those institutes that how can they add value to the course, right? Such as when I was doing this, the value that I was looking for was guidance to actually helping me find a job, guidance to how to make my resume, guidance on landing me my first teaching position, all those different things. And that is how I ended up using this institute rather than actually going into an institute that was more attractive towards like a beach holiday type place. So at the end of the day, you need to get your priorities straight, and you need to know what is it that you want. Are you going on a holiday and just want to do a TEFL course, or you want to do a TEFL course and start teaching here in Thailand? So please do your research. Whichever institute that you plan on teaching in, or you plan on doing your TEFL course from, please do your own research and see that how that particular institute can help you achieve your goals. Right. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video and you found it useful, and if you are new to my channel, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel right now. And for everybody else, make sure you like this video and hit that notification bell as well, so you can get notifications about my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye-bye.